Hope you were with us yesterday because our special correspondent, Cameron Matheson, told us all about his struggle to overcome a rare and difficult childhood disease called Perthes. He spent 4 years in a massive brace, an experience that said really shaped you to be the person that you are today, and you really wanted to see and spend time with young people that are going through it right now themselves.
Exactly, Robin. I do. I know obviously what it was like for me and how much of a tough time I had wearing this brace decades ago and being so incredibly different from the other kids, but what I didn't know is what it's like today. So I spoke to some of the nation's leading experts on Perthes disease and watched how this generation of children is coping and healing.
It's a great kid. My buddy, my best buddy. Good.
Luke Negrin has been through a lot in his 7 years. Even though I'm 2 feet taller and a little bit older, we have more in common than you might think. We both had a degenerative bone disease called Perthes. Do you remember what that felt like when you were limping around back then?
Kind of blocked it all out.
Yeah, I had it as a kid too, and I kind of blocked it out too. It's tough to remember that stuff. When I was around Luke's age, I spent 4 long years in a massive leg brace because of my Perthes disease. A normal hip joint has a ball and socket. With Perthes, for some unknown reason, blood stops flowing to the top of the ball part, the femur, and so it starts to degenerate.
If you're diagnosed at a younger age, you have a better ability to remodel the femoral head. 6, 7 years ago.
When I decided to tell my story, I realized there was a lot I didn't know about the disease that had so affected my childhood. So I turned to my new friend Luke and to New York Presbyterian's Dr. Joshua Hyman to help me find out more.
This is Luke's normal left hip, and what you will notice is that the head, the ball part, is round. On the affected side, you'll see quite clearly that Luke's femoral head is flatter, it's no longer round.
How rare is it?
It occurs probably on the order of 5 out of 100,000 children.
That sounds rare to me.
It is rare.
As it turns out, I was the classic patient. It normally affects boys between the ages of 4 and 10. And this brace that I was trapped in for so long, well, I discovered Perthes is treated completely differently these days. You don't use the braces in treatment anymore.
I think that the usage of bracing has really dropped off considerably in the last, say, 10 years.
So am I hearing that I may have worn that brace for 4 years for no reason?
Well, partly. There's little doubt, I think, today in the pediatric orthopedic community that immobilizing the children with Perthes is probably not the best thing for them. The mainstay of treatment is rest and physical therapy, or avoidance of impact activities in physical therapy.
Today, kids like Luke are treated mostly in 2 ways. First, with physical therapy, and then, and this is the real hard part for a 7-year-old, they also have their movements restricted. Hey Luke, how is that for you not being able to run around and play all your favorite sports and games and stuff?
I don't know, I like it.
For most Perthes patients, that does the trick until the disease runs its course and the bone heals.
Bring it back again, go.
But Luke's case was pretty severe, and he actually needed surgery last fall to reshape his hip bone.
It would alleviate the pain in his hip. It would put the ball joint back into the hip where it's supposed to be.
For a month, he couldn't walk. He was in this big body brace, and boy, do I know how that feels. That body brace, what was that like?
It felt really itchy.
It felt really itchy? Was it a little frustrating, the fact that you couldn't run around, do stuff that you normally did?
I didn't really like it when I had my brace on.
It took something of a Christmas miracle to get him walking again.
Santa Claus said to Luke, he said, listen, in order to get your presents, you had to walk from your bed to the Christmas tree to open your presents. On Christmas morning, he put down that walker that we had and walked his way to open up all his presents. He kept the promise to Santa, right? Good job.
But I bet you walking was the real present, wasn't it?
That was mine.
You want to see something? I got something to show you. This is what I looked like when I had leg Perthes disease. This is how I used to play soccer. I used to be goalie. The ball couldn't get past me. I was an awesome goalie. And as I discovered, Luke's got some soccer skills of his own now. All right. This little boy who couldn't walk just a year ago. Oh, I'm okay. Now giving me a run for my money.